Hi guys. I should do like a proper intro.
High heels on my tippies. Dough say ain't Gabbana, that's on my titties. Top.
Hi guys. It's probably been a while by the time I upload this, probably like a month or so. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Ada. Nice to meet you. I am the owner of this channel. I have a few videos up already, but I never really did like a proper introduction. I'm Nigerian American. I am currently 24 and I am working to just be a great designer. I know I have like fashion and like, architectural stuff up at the moment, which, is great because I do want to explore more and just share my journey on this platform for you to watch whenever you have leisure. But I have a deep love for design and I just like to explore it and really just understand my design style and what moves me and all of that great stuff. And what's better than to share with other people who might be interested. I decided to make this video because I felt like things need to be personal. I need to actually add some personal touch to this channel other than me just dropping model vlogs and such like that. I want to get on here time to time and just talk to you guys because I feel like we all need someone to talk to at some point, or just someone who may understand us. And if you feel the same way, then that's cool and that's great. I used to have a series called Monthly Baddie Check-ins, and I don't know if anyone of my subscribers even remembers that. But I deleted it due to just the usual. Why am I even sharing this in public? No one cares. All that stuff sometimes that gets me, and I hate that other people caring about what I'm doing sometimes, or the lack of caring, the lack of support. I think that's what it is. I hate that it holds me back to that degree sometimes, and this year I really learned how to shed it, at least somewhat, and I want to really fully shed that need for outside support that's not from myself or God, which is both just myself. Cause I feel like I get all of my source, my energy, my creativity from God. And I hate that I need another person or people in the equation to have a fulfilling in that. And I'm working on shedding that because I feel like that is where my growth will be. And I look back at that series and that was probably just the most fulfilled I felt with any series I started. And it's a shame that I let vain things if people are watching or, any other surface level thing rip apart and, something that I honestly felt connected with and something that mattered to me. And so I say it because I don't want you doing that either. I don't want you uprooting beautiful seeds that they're gonna sprout into something so beautiful. But because of that process, because of the discomfort and the patience and the waiting and wanting to see the fruits of your labor and thinking that you deserve instant results when you're just getting started, to curse your journey, leads to the topic that I want to discuss with you all. God believes in you, and I know it's been told. I know you've heard it all before. I know that you think you know it, but I need you to really know it. God believes in you. Don't give up, what you love doing because no one's watching. Sometimes that's actually the best thing to ever happen. Just you exercising that obedience and that creative muscle and that love and that passion. And it's just for the audience of one, which is God. I want to say God believes in you, because oftentimes we walk around thinking that we know that, but when we're actually put to the test, we feel abandoned because we feel like things aren't going our way or it's not holding up to a certain expectation. I definitely struggle with that. But God believes in you. Just because it's not easy peasy first, time around, or maybe the first year, 2 years, or 3 years, maybe things aren't going as you expected, but if you look at everything and all the grace and favor that God has laid out in front of you past those 3 years, and you look at the lesson and you look at the way God is trying to build you, you'll see how much God believes in you. He just wants you to be better for yourself. Of course, for the kingdom, for other people, but you have to be better for yourself first before you can impact other people, because you cannot have that effect that you think you want to have if you're not right within yourself, and a lot of people fake it. That's cool, but it can only last for so long. So if you want longevity with what you do, you need to be right within yourself. And sometimes God is just whipping us into shape. He is not punishing. He's not doing anything bad. He's just whipping you into shape. I'm saying this because I feel like I'm in this season right now. I feel like, don't get me wrong. I've been having consistent projects back to back since this year started. And I'm so freaking grateful that I am constantly putting my work on people. Like, I haven't had a break since December of last year. Since I started posting these model vlogs, really, even though I have 1 or 2 in the chamber that I have yet to edit and upload. My bad, my apologies. I have a couple videos that I have yet to upload, but I feel like this video is necessary before I start rolling more stuff out. I'm in a prayer that I cried for. And when I cried for that prayer, I felt like God was mad at me or hated me. But God was whipping me into shape, because right now I'm in an answered prayer, and right now I have more prayers that I already know are answered. They just haven't manifested yet physically. But they're answered. He was whipping me into shape. He didn't hate me. He hasn't left me. He was probably closer than ever. He was whipping me into shape because there are certain things about me that just weren't right. Yeah, of course, we're not perfect. I'm not saying that you have to be perfect. God qualifies the called. He doesn't call the qualified. And that's very, very profound. Trust and believe. God doesn't want you to wait until you're perfect before you start acting your role, acting in your purpose. He doesn't want a perfect person. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, if he knows that there are some characters that you have that are bad right now but can be good, or if maybe you have a certain thing that you do that you misfire. I know I can be my words, back when I had this flawed character about myself, when I clap back at people, I can be very lethal. Of course, God didn't, of course God condemned past mistakes that I made. God, corrected them, I should say. But God also helped me understand that my words are powerful. And it's not the powerful words he's mad at. He's mad at me misfiring. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by he takes certain things and he polishes it up so it can benefit where you're going. Because now I know that my words are powerful, so why not speak life into people instead? And that's something I actually really love doing. I love encouraging people, and that's why I felt so moved to do this video. I'm sure there's somewhere, I'm sure there's someone out there who feels like quitting. I know there's someone out there who feels like God has left them, or God has abandoned them, or God doesn't love them, or God loves you. He just needs you to reassess some things and then whip you into shape. Or sometimes you have to even recheck double check and make sure that you're in his will. Because sometimes and don't get me wrong, this is not to scare you, because you can be down a path and God will simply correct you. Maybe it's just honest mistake. Maybe you thought that was the right thing to do, the right way to go. God doesn't want that for you. He corrects you. But sometimes we're too stubborn to let go of a journey that we think what we want. You know I want to do this. Like I see it. I see the glitter and the gold and I want this and I'm going to stay on this journey till I have it. Not all that glitters, is gold. And not all of this stuff that they show, is really what people make it out to be. And oftentimes than not, you'll get to that point, you'll realize, is this really what I was working for? Like, if it's not in His will. If it is in His will, there'll be a deep sense of gratitude. That's just what I believe. This is just like a little, honestly, just encouragement video, just to keep going. I feel like right now, or at least maybe I've escaped to my season of doubt. I always have seasons of doubt. I'm human. Am I working to make it better though? And I get better and so it doesn't drag me down? Yes. But I do have those seasons and moments, and God always shows me that He's with me and He loves me, and this is a process. So with that being said, trust your process. Trust your journey. Be happy and grateful for the small amount that you have that you're dealing with, that you think is nothing, that you think, oh no, it should be more because, I don't want to look like I'm failing. Or cherish that small amount that you have right now. Do good with it. Nurture it and water it. Even if it's just you and God. Make sure the source is just fulfillment, happiness, and purpose, and not to maintain external relationships. Reassess where you are. Understand pressure makes diamonds, and then understand that God loves you. I hope it helped. I hope it helped someone, at least one person. And I'll be happy with that. But more to come, more model vlogs, more creative videos. I really just want to get into YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. YouTube has a type of format that I'm into. I do have an Instagram though. You can check me out there. My TikTok is pretty much a spam. You don't have to follow it, but it's here. It's all the same username. Thank you guys so much for just watching, just the few of you that are here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for loving my content. I'm happy to make it and I'm happy to be here. So bye. I'll probably throw it up here. There's a bit of sagging in the under boob area, and that could have been obviously fixed if it was a bustier pattern. But you live and you learn. She still looked great.